Pumpkin. I'm here to cause chaos.
I did nothing wrong, I promise you.
I don't believe
swear.
that you've done nothing wrong, Charon.
Nah.
So before we get started, I have several things that I have to do, as I have to do before every session. Because, unfortunately, this is still a part of the 100... Unfortunately? No, this is not unfortunate.
Oh.
This is fortunate. But I have some stuff I need to say at the start of my session, and yes, if you are watching on Twitch, I do have the folder literally saying shit to say at the start of session, so I don't forget.
Amazing!
So, content warnings for this episode. Possible description of vampires who look like walking corpses. Body horror. Potentially being turned into a vampire. Potentially the loss of humanity. Very normal things. Nothing to be concerned about at all. Ignore everything about the overlay I made for this.
Casual evening with Ambrose, I guess.
Yeah. Nothing is wrong with everything about this. However, we do have an ad break starting in a couple seconds, so I'm just gonna vibe before I finish this out.
Man,
we're gonna wait for that.
We're just gonna chill. Yeah,
he is already a vampire. No, he's a human. He's not a vampire yet.
Don't. Ambrose out here staring at his hands.
I don't know what you're talking about. Vampire man, not vampire man. He's not yet.
Listen. You don't need to be a vampire to have style and grace and everything else.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Hello there.
Yeah, it's been a second. Are we in an ad break?
Intermission. We're supposed to be in an ad break.
Yeah, I'm not seeing ads. He is allergic to the sun. He has. I'm not getting an ad on my end.
I'm not getting an ad either, but.
So okay, you know what? We're rolling. Fuck it, we're rolling.
We ball.
So, all music and ambiance, including the music you're listening to right this second, is provided by Ghelfi Studios. You can use !music to go check out their stuff. If I add music from anywhere else, I will tell you here, but I have not because I am lazy.
Amazing.
All player character art is done by Charon. There is no NPC art. Oh, now the ad break's here. Fuck.
Ad break ends in 1:30.
You know what? I'm rolling. I still need to
roll
all this shit. The background of the Foundry screen was drawn by the lovely Andrea Payne. Please go purchase her Dark Lives and Darkscapes art packs at the Storyteller's Vault. The Foundry screen that I'm referring to, of course, is the web screen that you're seeing with my GM notes. Even though you're only seeing the shit I want to say at the beginning of this thing right now.
Yeah.
World of Darkness. So finally, credit to White Wolf for creating the World of Darkness, and credit to the company World of Darkness for allowing us to use assets from the Hunter the Reckoning and the Vampire the Masquerade art packs on the Storyteller's Vault. This is a non-official game, and we are using the Dark Pack Agreement, as you can see in the top right corner of the screen on the Hunter the Reckoning side. Hi, Charon.
Hi.
I'm gonna wait until the ad break to have you introduce yourself. But we are going to be going over some what's been happening to lead up to these moments.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people might want to know.
Context.
Yeah, some context might be needed, but I'm also going to add some context before you start explaining it. I'm going to let you explain it all, but...
No. You can add what context you need, and I'll add context, and we can go from there. Sound good?
Ads are the true jump scare, so
really
Twitch is at least telling me that people are back. Fury and Nerd Storyteller, are people in fact back? Are we so back?
We're buying it. It looks like the ads are over.
No, not all back. Okay, well, you know what? Fuck it, we're doing it live. I'm so not back. I can't. Shut the fuck up, Fury. Okay, so here's what's happening. Between sessions, which I've noticed has led to confusion in like YouTube comments and stuff, there have been some downtime things that have happened, either like mini RPs or mini discussions or things that have happened off screen, which has,
Mhm.
I've noticed, lead to a few people for the live sessions getting confused. So I'm gonna allow Charon. What's been going down during downtimes that has led to these
Oh.
moments?
I wish people.
What's
I wish.
happening?
I wish my model could literally do what I'm currently doing right now, which is like the Captain Kirk, the Picard face palm, like, ugh. So Ambrose by nature is a very busy guy, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Constantly talking to people. He's constantly wheeling and dealing. It's how it works for his job description. And so when something goes awry, he's going to inform someone that something has gone awry. It's what you're supposed to do, chain of command. It's what it's there for. Which has led to several problems. The first one is he sent messages to, of course, his boss slash head of the Familia, which may be one Augustus Giovanni. And Augustus's response at the end of all of it was to essentially ice the team whenever you feel like it, as a treat. But so Ambrose is trying to figure out how to not get them all dead, and that involves a lot of why are they worth keeping around. So he decided to go chill at a hotel for a few days while he sorted this out. Patrick, for the most part, has been kind of laid up in his house and just living there.
And doing magical studies.
Magic studies and stuff. And he doesn't want to be, constantly nagged by him and Damien at the same time for the way he has to go through his thought process, which involves a lot of alcohol. A lot of alcohol. And what ended up happening is, of course, Patrick got worried because Ambrose hadn't been home in a few days. And he's like, where are you? He's like, somewhere. Working. And it turned to, it's like, so what's going on? And Ambrose was already a little drunk and a little sleep deprived. So
only a little.
Only a little.
Uh-huh.
Listen, our king can keep it together. No one would ever know unless I said it out loud.
Uh-huh.
But it turned to him pretty much divulging that they are all loose ends that he now has to tie, and he has to figure out a way to bring them into the fold in order to keep them alive. Which, it should be easy for him to kill all these fucks, it's second nature to him at this point. But it's hard for him.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to Patrick, it's hard for him. And he doesn't like that it's hard. It's confusing for him to have emotional attachments to people. So it kind of resulted in Patrick trying to go find him, Patrick then vanishing, and then reappearing because Damien found Patrick. And they went, Ambrose in his sleep-deprived state, pretty much, I don't know, Mad Max drove his way over to Damien's place, kick-flipped over in there, and then while they're having a discussion, Patrick is kind of tranced. Like, he's like, wah, deer in the headlights, you know what I mean? Nothing's going on up there.
Yeah.
And then the lights go out, and Patrick gets pulled away from Ambrose, because Ambrose tries to hold on to him, because Ambrose is a unit like that.
Ambrose
but he's not
a unit.
He really is. He's not strong enough to hold on.
He almost held on. I will give him credit.
God, I love this stupid bitch. She's so great. But, and left behind was a rosary and a cross with a funky symbol, which he then decided to send. In the back of the cross. Up here.
Yeah.
So, and then he sent a message to his contacts going like, what the fuck's going on here? And they're like, oh, that's the Sabbat. And he's like, because he's really tired of being told things in half-truths and just like, you don't need to worry about it. It's like, I have evidently need to worry about it. What are you people on about? Every single time one of y'all say, don't worry about it, I worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
He gets back to his place, gets to his underground bunker, which we'll get into, and, surprise, surprise, a few hours later, someone returns, Patrick. He has been, looks like he's been fed on, he's been hurt, and someone carved into his back. And Ambrose, despite his overwhelming rage at the situation, realizes that this is too much evidence. Like, too much open evidence. So this is framing. Someone wants him to essentially go into the lion's den and try and cull as many of these fuckers as he can before they kill him. So he's been set up. And now it's a game of who has the most to stand from this. Let's stand to gain from this bullshit. And it's leading to him to perhaps suspect that it is, in fact, an inside job. It doesn't mean necessarily it might be Augustus, but someone possibly within the family is not happy with what is about to happen. Which, I mean, vampires, I would not be happy either. They don't like power dynamic shifts of this magnitude. So, yeah, currently Ambrose is underground in, like, a Resident Evil style bunker. Because he's incredibly paranoid, like father, like son.
Yeah.
And he has Patrick downstairs.
Healed by Susan.
Oh, God, Susan.
Anyway,
Susan, who happens to also not be human.
It's fine. So let me add some additional context that what you did.
You.
Yeah, the healer lady, Shannon is not human. The healer lady. It is Shannon. How dare you disrespect Shannon? I'm sorry. But okay. So
no one in his life is human.
So let me add some additional context. So what additionally happened is that during this time, some things were said in a text conversation, and Patrick mistook it for Ambrose. Well, maybe not even mistook it. Patrick was under the impression that Ambrose was gonna unalive themselves. They were gonna uninstall life.exe.
Well, I mean, it is a solution to this problem as well, but no one wants to hear that.
So he panicked and left the house trying to search for Ambrose. During this time, something happened. And during this time, he also had spoken to Damien about it because he was just in a blind panic. Damien went to search for him and found him first because he knew the last known location of Patrick, to which they found them in that state. They then were taken to Damien's apartment where they were talking for a bit, and then suddenly blackness that actually almost suffocated some of them. And then at that point is when Patrick was taken. So I think that's some additional clarification that I wanted to add for what has happened in downtime. It's been an eventful week for them.
Yeah.
So, Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick has still not fully gotten up yet. Or is not, like, up.
No, he's not.
He's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
What is the name of your manager?
My manager for, like, my job?
For your front. Not... Yeah, your job. Your acting, whatever.
I don't think I actually ever said a name for him.
You never gave her her name. That's why I'm asking you.
I have a her. Okay, cool.
I mean, if you want to have him, you can have him.
No. That would be a complicated if it's him.
Okay, so yeah, she.
Alexa.
Alexa? Okay, sure. Do you have an Amazon Home, or do you not do it because of Alexa?
He does not. He also would be super paranoid about those things.
Yeah. Also, you're... Okay. So, you get a call while you're in your bunker. Probably have very poor reception, but you still have reception.
Mm-hmm.
From Alexa.
Mm-hmm. Lex, hello?
Ambrose? Are you okay?
Yeah. Tired, but Nothing out of the ordinary other than that.
Yeah. Well, there's someone who wants to meet with you tonight.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
think it's important enough. I understand you don't want to be bothered right now, but I
Hmm.
think this is a very good opportunity.
All right. All right. Let's see what horrible monster the Americans can make me into, yeah?
Of course. Um, would you rather, because they were willing to, if you would prefer, because they understand your situation, you don't really want to be disturbed too much. Would you
Mm-hmm.
rather them do a home call or like come physically to meet with you, or would you rather?
I've done a script read or two in my time. I've done plenty of those in
Of
my home.
course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Uh-huh.
just sad I don't have. I'm not in the castle for this time.
No,
Jeez.
I understand. Yeah, Miss
Uh,
Crosby, she'll be there.
all right, all right, all right. He's actually kind of getting out his notebook and he's writing down times.
Yeah.
Like, what time essentially would Miss Crosby be here?
Yeah,
Mm,
Miss Crosby, she'd be there about like 8 p.m. if depending on if you were
mm.
okay with me giving them those details of where your house is.
You can give them the details. I
Okay.
believe my house is public knowledge at this point.
Of course. Then I'll let her
Thank
know.
you. Mm-hmm. Do you think how many people? Is it just going to be Miss Crosby, or is it going
So
to be some producer?
Miss Crosby will be alone for the first part.
All
And
right,
then
all
they
right.
are going to request a second meeting if the first meeting goes well
Yes, of course, of
another
course, of
night.
course. All right, all right, all right. Just me and Miss Crosby. He's like writing down some
Yeah.
notes.
So, if you, I understand you're a little sleep deprived,
Yeah, just
but
a
if you
little bit.
want to make a
Eh.
roll to see if you know who this is, you can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I would love to. He's on work mode.
uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah. So she'll, um,
what do I
I'm double
roll?
checking. So, roll me, I'll give you int,
Oh, oh yeah,
and
I'm good at that actually.
I know you're not good at that.
I'm actually better at that than a lot of things. Don't judge
I'm
Ambrose.
double checking your backgrounds. I'll give you int, not criminal contact. I don't think that would be correct for this. I'll give you int performance because you're trying to because they are in the performance industry.
Cool. Performance in you specialty actor?
Yes, well, kind of. No. She's not an actor, so no.
Okay, cool. Um uh difficulty 6?
7.
Ugh. Okay,
Just because
cool.
you're foreign. So roll when you are ready.
I did. I
Okay.
got 3 successes.
Yeah, Stephanie Crosby. She is a owner of a chain of haunted houses, actually.
Wait, doesn't she own the haunted houses?
Yeah. She does.
Huh. Huh. So is it like a hobby or like is
Oh,
it for
well, you would also know that that some of her haunted houses are so popular and so scary to people that they're open around year round. They just make that much money.
he's like just a low whistle? Shit. Alright, alright, alright. I wonder what she is cooking then.
She was wanting to either, I believe she said she'd give you more details when you're there, but
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
wanting to collaborate with you on a haunted house actually that she wanted to open in Savannah.
yeah. What? He's like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Oh,
Yeah.
whoa, okay, okay, okay.
On designing
This is.
one.
He's like a child in the candy, so he's like, this is the first bit of good news he's had in a long time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that sounds great! Oh my god, I could get a bunch of the guys from practical effects back from Europe. And we will have a great
Exactly.
time.
I thought you'd really that's why I wanted
Oh,
to.
it's gonna be so much fun. Oh, we can make it so fucking scary. These people here don't know scary.
I know. And I mean, she's
Uh,
the best here. So I mean, I think this would be really
right,
good for you to
right,
show them
right,
what
right, right.
is like actual good horror is, you know?
Right? Ugh. It's about building tension, not just blah 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 jump scares.
I
Jesus.
know. I'll let her know, and she'll be there tomorrow.
All right. Yeah. I'll get things set up. He's like, he writes in his little notebook, and he has like a bunch of he's a bunch of things like what refreshments he's gonna have, what food he's gonna have, all this stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
I have to make a really good showing for her. Yes.
Yep.
He's like doing his best to make his little underground like Resident Evil looking ass bunker system look better. It's like it's intentional. I don't feel.
So,
Mhm.
what do you do for the next day to prepare? I know you mentioned like already writing down ideas, but how else do you prepare? I'm assuming you're gonna have them go to the bunker, not to the main house.
Yes,
Okay,
because
so
he's not sure about anything with the
The
fuck's going on up there.
Yeah.
And the last thing he needs is for a human being to run into a fucking ghoul. That'd be weird or cool, depending. You don't know. You don't know shit. So he's like, okay, so he's gonna have them go downstairs to the bunker because there's driving instructions to get there from the outside, and he can let people in once he's inside. He's gonna set up one of the rooms that's like a nice viewing room because, of course, you would have a library down there and stuff like that. I figured that'd be a good enough place for them to talk.
You rolled 3 successes. I'll give you this. You would know that she has blonde hair, and well, she's always seen with red eyes, but you're pretty sure they're contacts. And people are calling her like the next Elvira. She's like the next Elvira.
Oh my god, that's so huge for him. He loves her. Loves Cassandra Peterson.
So you know, that's what you would know about her.
Funnily enough, Cassandra Peterson was a redhead.
Yeah, I know.
So a fucking wonderful woman. Such a gem. I got to meet her at a convention once.
Oh, you
Sorry,
did?
Yeah.
That's so cool. But moving on. What do you do to prepare for meeting her?
So he's setting up which room they're gonna have their meeting in. He has drinks, he has food. He's pretty much gone out of his way to get something really nice food wise. Because he's a big.
Do you get any blood just in case, or no? I'm assuming not. But
no, he doesn't know. And frankly, he's happy to have something resembling his normalcy back in his life.
So
he's not deterred by red eyes because he technically has red eyes.
Yeah, I know, because
they could be albino for all I fucking know.
She's also very pale, but she's not albino, so that is the main difference.
I mean, it's just a lack of melanin. He just doesn't have any.
I know.
But like, so he's getting everything together. He's got drinks, he's got food, he's got a whole nice spread so she can just kind of have all the stuff that she wants to play with. He decided to also get out some fun things from previous movies that she could just fuck around with because he has a bunch of props. And stuff. And since he does his own stunts, he doesn't like using prop weapons. He likes using real weapons.
Yeah, I know.
Because they look better on film, in his opinion.
In his opinion, yes.
Yeah, in his opinion, if I feel like it's real, the audience will feel like it's real.
Yeah, because he is a method actor. So, while all these preparations are made, Patrick is still out of it.
He's still checking on Patrick
Patrick doesn't move. He doesn't really react to anything. He's just the state he is in. I will describe for everyone, like how I described it to you. His lips will occasionally move. His eyes will move around like he's looking at something, but he's not speaking and he's not looking at like you directly. And he doesn't even like respond if you try to speak to him. So that's kind of the state he's in.
Yeah, he's in a trance, more or less.
Basically, is how you would understand it.
Amber's pretty much having to, like, kind of, I guess, manually hard version feed him and shit like that right now.
Yeah, pretty much, but he does get fed, and he will accept water. Like, his body will drink it, so... He's not, like, incapable of, like, not incapable, incapable of doing that. So, the next night comes. And around the time, she said, around 8 p.m., there's a knock at the bunker door.
All right. He's gonna open. And once again, her name's Crosby, right?
Yep,
Last
Stephanie
name's Crosby.
Crosby,
Thank you.
Crosby.
Okay, cool. He's gonna open the door and do a full formal bow. Come in, Miss Crosby. Come in.
Oh my god, like totally. I'd like love to come in, Mr. Vitalis.
Oh
It's
boy,
so
that
good
is
to
a
see you, Ghost.
what?
Oh, you would know about this. You would know.
Oh, okay.
This is how she speaks. She calls guys ghosts, girls ghouls, and people in general. Yeah, people in general monsters. Or non-binary people are also monster. But it's like so good to see you, Ghost.
It is wonderful to see
Yeah.
you as well. Come in. I have some refreshments planned. I have some food. I also brought out some of my favorite accessories from various films I have been in.
Oh my god, I'm like so excited to see them. This will be like amazing.
It will be. I am incredibly excited. You would not believe the week I've had. But
I'm like sure I couldn't.
Your hearing about your call and your interest in working with me has definitely lifted my spirits.
Yeah, so a bit
wonderful.
more about how she actually physically looks.
Mm-hmm.
She has a black dress that has like a long V-neck down. On the dress, there's this giant spider pattern, not like a radial spider web almost, that goes down the dress, and her dress covers her feet, actually a couple inches on the ground even, but it doesn't appear to like pick up any dirt. As she like looks around, she has her hair in this like big giant wig that's like puffed out, like bright red eyes, very pale, and she is, you're not sure if this is an act, but he
doesn't care. He's also eccentric.
I know. So they work together. It's like this is like so Resident Evil. I'm like totally digging it.
I really do love Resident Evil. It's a whole big
It's like such a good like both the film. Well, the films aren't as good as like the video games, but like
Mia's a great actress. Let's not even get started about how wonderful she is.
No, totally. I like totally get what you're saying.
No, the films do not do the game justice. However, their ability to do really great set work on these films were good.
Oh yeah, like I totally get. I think like the Quiet Mountain video games are like totally great.
I feel like it fell apart when it came to the American understanding of the script. Like what it should need, because they're trying to make it like an American horror film, which is not what it needed. It needs more atmosphere. You need room to breathe. It needs
like more Ring or more like
more like Ring
Grudge, or well, that's the American term, but the Grudge, you know what I mean. Like, I'm like totally so glad to see you.
I am glad to see you as well. It is a surprise that our paths have not crossed yet.
I know. I actually like was gonna try and maybe do some work for some of the films you've been in, but like I've just like never been able to. Like just our schedules have like never met up, and I'm just so glad that we could speak to each other. You know, like
I mean, it worked. It worked out that I moved for the last film. What was it, The Institute?
I know, right? Like listen, I think you are. I always I love your work, Ghost. I really, really do.
Thank you.
It's so just. And she is like, her hands are moving.
He also speaks with his hands and everything.
Yeah, and her dress is like one of those dresses that have very impractical sleeves. So her giant sleeves are going everywhere. Her hands are moving.
Come. I feel like you would appreciate my sense of spacing and interior design. He's gonna lead her to the library.
Yeah.
Is like some fucking gothic horror shit, because it's all his brain knows.
Yeah. And she is digging it. Like, she is so down for it. Like, Ghost. Oh, you shouldn't have. Is this the sword you used in insert film name here?
Yes, this is the actual sword.
Oh my
I
god!
I remember they were telling me that like, oh yeah, this is when your double would do it. And I laughed at the director for like 12 minutes because I thought he wasn't serious, but he was. What is with the Americans and not letting me try and do stunts on
I
my own?
listen. I like totally think it comes from our healthcare system being kind of shitty.
That would explain a lot.
I think it
Uh,
would like explain a lot. You know.
Also, I feel like I ended
Is
up doing the duel
is
by
this
myself.
the scream from Poltergeist?
Hmm.
I was trying to parody whatever the film Go Towards the Light, Carol Ann.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
That is like
but
poltergeist, yeah.
I can't remember the name of the film. Uh, oh my god,
Anne
is
is in a
that
minute.
like that's the outfit from Ghost Watch or whatever that like British
Hmm.
one was called?
Yes.
Oh
I've
my
seen lots of
goodness.
film. I have a deep love of the entirety of the genre of horror,
I
and
can tell. This
I
is like so
I,
amazing.
I also make sure to learn whatever actual languages are being used in the
Oh
film.
really?
I know 16 languages,
Okay, okay, this one.
including. Now, hear me out. I also know Coptic, and I can
She
read
switches on a
hieroglyphics.
dime and speaks to you back in Coptic. Oh, really?
She's back.
Yeah,
I
she
also
speaks in
can read
Coptic.
hieroglyphics. Yeah, he switches back. He's like, I can also read in hieroglyphics. Like,
Oh, that's like totally amazing. Seriously, like
mhm,
that
mhm.
could be so useful.
I,
Actually,
I
you could
take.
do like an Egyptian theme, like a evil
Uh,
god vibes. I think that could
I
be
have
really
been.
cool.
It would be good. I would be wanting to
And
do. I feel very sad because the only thing that the Americans know of the Mummy is fucking Brendan Fraser.
I
Don't get
know,
me wrong. I
and
love Brendan
you could
Fraser, but
help
he's not Boris
educate
Karloff.
people. I mean, who would know better than like the method actor, you know, to really be able to
Mhm.
tell people the real deal and give them the real scares they need, you know?
It's about atmosphere.
I
It's in it.
know.
Fear needs atmosphere.
And you
It's
need to
part of it.
theme not just the building, but like the
Uh,
entire experience leading up to it.
Everything. Ambiance. You can
I
build
know. You
local
have to
sound.
create a scene, a mood, a
Mhm,
feeling monster.
mhm, mhm,
It's
mhm.
ah,
It's an entire experience.
I
Like once
know.
ad break is going right now, by the way.
Well, I will. Well, we can keep just going because I'm not gonna
Yeah,
have anything happen until the ad break is done.
yeah, yeah. But like,
But like
it's
the
like an
entire.
entire thing. It's like it's about making the audience forget where they are at. They have to
I
feel like
know.
they're there in that moment and feel what the protagonist or
Exactly.
the hero, alleged hero, would feel in that moment.
I
Because in
know,
that
right?
moment, it's why it's so important
I
for me to use actual like blades and things on
yeah.
set.
I
Because
like
if
totally
I
get what you're
feel it's
saying.
real, then the audience will feel it's real.
Yeah, but there is like definitely some safety concerns that like I also
Uh,
have to take into account with like haunted houses instead of films because like
oh,
in
well,
films, you know, you're a professional. These people that will be coming aren't.
no, that's why you build the entire set pieces around the concept of what the
Yeah.
skill set of your workers are.
Exactly. And
You
that's what
you
I did.
could,
Like I
yeah.
think one of my favorite scares that we did is that we
Hmm.
got a chain link fence that we rigorously tested. We made it look old and decrepit and shitty. But
Hmm.
we
Hmm.
actually had like a bus that we bought and we would have it ramming at full speed. So it would just repeatedly crash right on the gate as people were walking through the gate.
I love that. That is good work.
I know.
It's a small thing. Carolyn's saying ad break like a Herald of Doom. It's what I do here. It's what I do in every
It
session.
is what he does.
Um, I just want to make sure the audience doesn't get like miss
Yeah.
anything fun. But yeah, like it's I love the attention to detail.
Of
It's
course.
so god.
No, but speaking of attention to detail,
Hmm.
I you know, don't
Takes
get
out a sketchbook and has hands one to her, has
oh, she'll
one for
look at it.
him.
She was gonna say
No,
something else, but
it's
she's
for her to fuck
looking at
around
this
with.
now.
It's
I
one for her
love
to fuck
these
with.
ideas. Oh my god. That the saw trap.
I love. I
The
feel like
swinging
the Saw.
blades.
I
Oh,
feel like the Saw franchise has a lot
the
of good
Saw franchise
ideas,
is so
but
good. I
I
do
feel
like
like
Buzzsaw, yes.
I feel like it needs more. You know what I
It
mean?
does need more. I totally get
And
what you're saying. And I think like, I what I really respect about the Saw films is like how like out of order the story is, and how
yeah,
that can
a
like
story
definitely give a vibe to those movies.
a
But
story
like
need not be in chronological order. Look at Christopher Nolan films. Half of them are told in
exactly.
reverse order.
I 100% get you, Ghost.
Hmm.
So like here's the thing.
Hmm.
I have this to talk to you about, which I don't get me wrong. I'm loving this conversation.
Hmm.
But there's something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, what could I assist you with?
Now, do tell me if I'm getting like a little too into it, but
He's all happy and grinny and super
yeah.
smiley as he's doodling silly ideas in
Yeah.
his notebook. I feel bad for
But
him.
like I totally heard that you have a vampire problem.
Stops. Yes, of course, it's always been a problem. People always immediately look at me and assume I
No,
am
no,
a
no, no. I don't
vampire.
mean you. I know you're not like a vampire ghost.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, that's really good to hear, but why would I have a vampire problem? I mean, I am typecasted a lot.
Well, yes, but that's not like the thing. I mean, your family is full of vampires, right? Ghost.
Stops. His expression takes a moment before that smile starts to go away.
Yeah, and her big personality just slowly comes down. She's still dressed the same, like just how you're dressed ridiculously, but y'all have an understanding now that y'all aren't fucking around anymore.
I would like to first off say it's just quite clever to have this meeting under the guise of another.
Well,
Good
thank
play.
you.
Second, it is an easier way to access essentially where I am safe. Third, are you the ones who did this?
To your friend,
Yes.
Patrick, no. But we have a common. We have a common friend, a common goal, I think. You feel like you're getting
Aaron.
screwed over by the family,
I feel like I'm being screwed over by everybody.
and you want
Ev-
answers. And me and my group is willing to provide. Not
he takes he
for.
takes a moment, steeples his fingers, and looks up at you. Like he's like looks down as he's thinking, and then he looks up. Sabak.
Correct.
Hmm.
Nice to meet you. I am
How
called
do you
Faith.
know? How do you know Patrick's name?
How do I know Patrick's name?
Yes.
Sometimes. Sometimes
I
secure
would
messages are not so secure.
I would like for you to be very forthcoming.
I am. That's why I said your messages were not secure. Or not as secure as you thought they were.
Which message?
Smiles.
Don't.
Didn't you? Weren't you ordered to kill him? The person you care about?
I see.
Yes.
Cracks his neck. How do you know who else is watching my messages? Looking for weakness.
Honestly, I wouldn't assume that no messages sent through technology are safe.
For right now,
Vampires have some of the best fucking tech whizzes out there. I would be surprised, except maybe some magic bullshit that whatever those Magoses can do. But aside from them, we know the most about tech. Or we have people who know the most about tech. I
Right
don't ever
now,
assume I'm alone.
hmm, right now, I feel like I have been made a game of.
I
And
know.
not one, not two, but 4 or 5 different parties. I understand to you, someone like me is probably just a mouse in the kitchen. I am of no consequence, and from what I have heard of the Sabbat, you probably look at me like I am worse than the dirt that you want to put me on.
Not necessarily. Look, Ambrose, or Mr. Do you prefer Mr. Vitalis or Ambrose?
I feel like it is of no importance if I were to be rude to you.
Of course.
You may call me Ambrose. I gave you that permission once.
Okay.
You retain it.
Thank you. So, Ambrose,
Mm.
listen, I think you are in a better position than anyone to understand the position that Sabbat has about everything. And I'm willing to bring 2 important members here with you to actually explain things and to maybe strike a deal of sorts.
Will I actually get information,
You
or
will
will I get
actually
half
get
truths?
information. You will actually get information.
Why should I trust you?
You have no
Right
reason
now,
to.
right now as it stands, I know not whom to trust.
I
Who
know.
would gain the most from using me as a pawn?
I know. Your whole life, Ambrose, you've been a pawn in the game of people much more powerful than you. I know how that feels. Not directly, but I can give you people who know exactly how that feels. Their entire unlives, their entire being since they were created, just being used as pawns in games that they don't even know about. That's what we fight against. And we know a way to make sure that they can't bind us anymore. They can't make us do anything because we are truly free. Because freedom's really the most important thing.
Hmm.
And, well, I just think that knowing that you not only have a system of support that can actually back up what they're doing and aren't incompetent like the people upstairs are.
Oh my god, the incompetence of the Camarilla is driving me crazy.
I know.
These people out here talking about the masquerade this, the masquerade that, but they break all the rules of that
Who
for
gives
their
a
own
fuck about the
personal
masquerade?
needs. Stupid.
We want it gone eventually. We use it against those fucks because they're so intent on keeping it.
But why? It doesn't. The thing is that's driving me the most crazy is people expect me to
Because
understand
the Camarilla is
things,
so obsessed with keeping the masquerade that they
but why?
won't. Why?
But why?
She smiles, a big grin. We're
You're
what
doing
happened the last time the humans rose up against vampires. We're the original people who revolted against those kinds of, I wouldn't even call them people, but those types of vampires, those licks, those elders, the ancients. They want to think that they can control everyone and everything, and they
That's not
can't.
how. Especially, I have not seen a singular or heard of an elder. Then again, I am a nobody, you guys.
Of
but
course. I
in
think
my
you know one very
opinion,
well.
mhm, I think. Oh yeah. What?
Augustus Giovanni.
He's an elder? What
He
exactly does that
is
mean?
one of the oldest, or lowest generation, more accurately, Canaanites that walks this earth. And if he actually wakes up, he could
Yes.
very well end the world.
And now I know why you're even talking to me.
Yes.
It makes sense why you're talking, because I'm the one
He
coming
wants.
for.
And I have people who have a vested interest in fucking him over, but that's another
Yeah,
discussion.
and so the entire concept is literally fuck him over as hard as you can before he gets here.
Pretty much,
So
yes.
I'm just another pawn
No,
to your scheme.
not necessarily, actually.
Really? Sounds like it.
No, because I think. Well, I think our. I think Baines will do a better job than I do, but I think that you need to learn more about not only where you come from, but where we come from. And I think a mutual understanding will come from this.
You need to understand my leeriness is
Of course.
because every single one of you was ever talked to me wants something from me.
I know.
They all want to use me as a commodity. You, it seems like revenge is what you want. Some deep-seated hatred against my would-be maker.
That is a part of it, but we don't want you just for that. We see a value in you that I think minis are ignoring.
Hmm.
Not many humans, as it were, get a chance to see the things you're seeing or have these conversations. Wouldn't it be nicer, instead of having a knife at your back, wouldn't you rather know who hates you? Instead of all these little games the Camarilla tries to play, wouldn't you rather be with some people who, if they hate you, you know they fucking hate you? And even better, wouldn't you like to have a literal army at your back? Working with you and for you to support your goals just as much as they are working with you, or just as much as
Well,
you're working with them. It's an equal trade.
like something kind of goes across his emotions, like on his face, as like something kind of clicks. He's like, "Oh shit!" Looks, you're the sort of king.
Yes.
Correct. You've already sent people to raid my house. You've already turned someone's parent.
We didn't know they were connected to you, truthfully.
To be fair, at
Also,
the time they were not.
they had just killed two of our members, and quite frankly, it's pretty standard tactics. Well, at least for
So
them.
the standard tactic is to send them into my house?
No, the people who were going to your house were attacking the Giovanni, who we knew were there, not you in particular.
Hmm. The Giovanni detail squad was not in place quite yet when they struck.
But we knew you had connections to the Giovanni. We didn't know exactly how big of a connection that was yet.
I have a suspicion that despite what you're telling me about being different than them, you will expect the same.
And what do you think we would expect from you?
Other than loyalty, obviously. But the loss of my humanity. As I'm only valuable enough to you as an asset if I am not human. You all deal in absolutes and finalities. It's us versus them, which is where and why you're still trapped behind the masquerade. You have
You're
all stopped thinking like a human, and that is your ultimate folly.
And why do you think you're so valuable to so many? Because you.
And fuck over someone incredibly old and ancient, which is your
That is
entire
part of
Older's
it.
MO.
That is part of it. We do fight against the elders, and we do fight against what they do. This is true. We would like to fuck them over, but let me put it this way. Would you rather deal with a knife that is behind someone's back, or the knife they have in their fucking hand?
The thing is, how much do you know about me as a person, actually? Let's go cover that base really quick.
Let's do that. I would love to get to know you more. That is part of why it was
Well,
sent.
uh-huh. Well, if you would know anything about me, then you would know that since before the time I could walk properly, I have dealt with people who have been doing double dealing my entire existence. I was quite literally born, bred, and raised for the purpose of being in a crime family.
Yes.
So this thing you're talking about with the knife to your front or the knife to your back, that's a moot point. Always presume
Yes.
there's a knife to your back.
Of
Always.
course.
And I feel like chances are it's probably the Camarilla who might have bugged my shit because
That is
they'd be the
probably.
most advantageous to this.
VA don't want us around. They hate us. I mean, we hate
They
them, but
they also did request for me to go kill a bunch of you. And someone clearly really wants to do that.
yeah, it's almost like we're a threat to them or something. It's almost
Hmm.
like the people who have been fucking over your life for the longest time don't want you to talk to us.
All right. What is it you want? Speak plainly, do not obfuscate. If you start omitting truths, I will start trusting you less. Simple as that, really. You want me to trust you? Then you need to give me a reason to trust you.
Because we can give you what Augustus would give you. Not exactly, with minor differences. You would be slightly less powerful, but overall you'd have
Hmm.
an entire army with you.
Would I, though?
Yes, you would. We have someone. Um, Augustus Giovanni was embraced into the fourth generation, and then through Diablerie, went through to the third generation of Canaanites.
All right. We're going to need to back up two
Yes,
things I need to know. One, generation. Explain.
steps from Cain, the Dark Father. Cain sired
Oh,
the second generation. If we consider Cain the first
as
generation,
in Cain and Abel?
yes,
Okay. All right. So that's the progenitor of vampires is Cain. Got it. All
yes,
right.
that is why we are Cainites. Even
All right.
the
All right.
people
All right.
who are now in the Camerland decide to call themselves kindred used to call themselves Cainites like we do. The biblical Cain and Abel,
Oh.
he embraced what is now known as the second generation, which are all pretty much wiped out to our knowledge, and they then
Uh-huh.
embraced the third generation. That third generation founded the different kinds of vampires. There are 13 major clans, and from there were some changes in the blood along the way. But there are 13 major clans. Augustus wasn't a part of those 13 major clans. You see, he would like to claim that he and his Giovanni clan are in fact the true clan of death.
Uh, yes.
But
I've
he
heard
was
that.
embraced by the true founder of the original clan of death, Cappadocius, who had the Cappadocian clan. Now,
Uh-huh.
many of those Cappadocians are dead or gone or whatever. People think they're extinct. This is not the case.
Uh-huh. Fun
The
things
one
about
of the
Charon.
direct childer of the
Huh.
founder of the Cappadocius clan,
Uh-huh.
who is a member of the, well, they would consider themselves a clan, but they're, in my opinion, the major difference between a clan is the bloodline is the numbers. Really, let me just be clear. But
It's like
also,
any other game
yeah.
terminology,
So,
familia.
bloodline of the Harbingers of Skulls.
Nice name.
I know, right?
Yeah.
They wanted to get revenge on Cappadocius for locking them up in some tunnel or whatever. I don't know the full details, but I do know that this happened before Giovanni was embraced. Augustus Giovanni, that is. And he was embraced around 1200, if I have been told the numbers correctly.
Really interesting.
1200,
Okay.
yeah. 1200 Common Era, I believe, as you would call it.
Uh-huh.
And this was, a couple hundred years before that this happened.
Uh-huh.
So, I can get you
Wait.
access to someone older than Augustus.
So you're telling me that my essential father figure, my father, is getting beef because of some shit that the person who made him into a vampire did?
Not exactly. So that was part of it. But Augustus, well, after he, let's just say this, after he had gotten vampirism, he ordered everyone to kill the rest of the Cappadocians, which is why they aren't around anymore. So you're
so he essentially eliminated the entire rival clan.
Yeah, or at least he tried to. And he failed.
Uh-huh. Alright, so what I'm hearing is Pop's failed to actually do the job correctly the first time, and now it's biting him in the ass. And you guys are the teeth. Is that what I'm hearing?
Partially.
Cool.
But
Good to see I'm not super confused. Now, what does generation have to do with the whole, thing you're trying to offer me?
yes, so
I don't understand what that means in terms of life.
Yes, in terms of power. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
The farther you are from Cain, the weaker you are as a vampire.
Alright.
Now,
Wait,
before the third generations were cursed, all vampires had about the same power potential. But Papa Cain got mad at the third generation, and that fucked it up for all of us.
He just kind of snorts. I had to say it out loud because I don't think it picks up on the mic when I do it. But he's like, so you're telling me Cain went to go get milk and never came back?
Oh, yeah, he got angry and never came back after laying down some curses on all the fucks who disobeyed him.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sorry. I would also be very angry if I came back and all my, I don't know, followers were complete dipshits.
Exactly.
I'd be frustrated.
Exactly. Now, let's just say that because of that curse, every vampire who was created after the third generation gets slightly weaker. The blood thins, as it were.
Alright.
The lowest, or highest, my bad, generation someone can get to with being I wouldn't call them full vampires, but they're technically full bloods, is
Mhm.
the 13th generation. After that, the blood gets too thin. And that causes problems.
Mhm.
Now, there's a prophecy, one that the
Oh,
Camarilla chooses to not recognize, that talks
uh-huh.
about the end of the world.
Delightful. Continue. I'm.
In the time of thin blood and the rising of the ancients are both signs of the end of the world.
And ad
Yes,
starts in a minute. Sorry.
you're good.
Um, and with Augustus showing up, that would be an ancient, I suppose.
He would be considered one of the people who could trigger the
And
prophecy to end the world.
great.
So, I think we both have a vested interest in making sure that doesn't happen.
I mean, I would like to once again happily remind you and everyone else who's ever told me the same things 50 times.
Mm-hmm.
This is my father we're talking about. For all intents and purposes, he raised more than my actual family. I'm like, debating if we should continue because the ad.
I
I
know
can squeeze it.
we can wait a little bit if you want to, just for the ad.
It's ad time. It's ad.
I'm not getting an ad, but
It said that there was an ad break starting, and I'm like,
I don't see it. But I could.
I don't
be
see it
wrong.
yet. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see a message in OBS. So
Wild and anyway, but this is my father.
I understand.
I don't think you do.
No, not exactly the same, but I can at least understand the concept of not wanting to betray one's parents. But
It seems like you all really are all about doing that.
to some extent, not exactly. What if you could become as powerful as him?
Oh, it says ad breaks in progress now,
Yeah,
but I
I
don't
see it
see an
now.
ad.
We can take a break then. While
Yeah,
we think of a
just
response.
just Ambrose like, what the fuck you
Yeah,
mean?
I'm seeing ad break. Uh, I know you don't see the ad break, but I see it, Fury.
Yeah, I'm seeing
So
it now. That's the ad. It's about progressive insurance.
oh boy,
Right, right. Kind of incredible.
it's
I was
most
expecting to
incredible.
learn about the Taco Bell menu today, but
I was hoping to learn about the new Subaru deals too. Unfortunate.
right, right. We're just denied basic right stuff.
It's unfortunate.
Right.
Truly.
It's funny because it says like the ad break ends in 30 seconds, but it shows
Mm-hmm.
like that we're back like on the screen because I am watching the stream actively and I
I
do
think
not have subscription.
I don't think everyone's ad runs at the exact same time. So
That's some bullshit,
I know. We just have
bruh.
12 seconds. So
Yeah. I'm the herald of the end of times. I say ad and it disappears.
yes, exactly.
Um,
So
there it is. Okay. What do you mean by as strong as Augustus?
so you see,
Wouldn't that mean someone would have to be a, by your count, second generation?
yes, in theory, but there's something that we know and that we use that other Canaanites choose to uh not do because
You
they're
seem to be.
dumbasses.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You,
I'm
if
used to
you
this pattern
drain,
already.
if you drain a vampire dry of all their blood
Uh-huh.
and keep drinking, You can devour their soul, lower your own generation, and get some of their strength.
I'm guessing because you keep using the word technically as the term of an elder for my father that he did this.
He did. To Cappadocius,
And that was like his father?
his sire.
Well, shit.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing.
And he didn't even do the job right. He's missed part of the guy's soul. Because part of the soul was removed earlier, but that's a whole other thing.
Why is there rampant incompetence with ancient creatures? What is this correlation? Why?
I don't know.
You should know. You're one of them. How are they all so stupid?
Because,
Sorry.
listen, just as valuable as having people from your time is, and thinking sometimes like a mortal can be very beneficial, sometimes thinking like what we are can also be beneficial, and they're just not. Listen, there are many ways you can think like we are. There's no one unifying vampire thought process. We're not we're not a hive mind. Okay, well maybe one group of us has a mini hive mind. I'm not totally
What?
sure. I don't understand the Madness Network.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not gonna
Squint.
listen. I don't fully understand it, and I've been trying to learn. Well,
Oh.
not really. I've been trying to learn through observation that wouldn't make me. There's a whole thing about it. Don't worry about it. It's a whole thing.
Everything. All right. Sounds like it. All right. All right.
But here's the thing: the main difference between what we are offering you and what Augustus would offer you. I think part of it could be better explained by some other people if you would allow us to have this second meeting that I want.
If a second meeting occurs, I need to fully have it like actual contractual thing done first.
And what would
If
that
I
be?
say no, they can't force me.
Okay. Would you like that written?
Yes.
I'll write it in my blood if you want.
Yes, I do.
Wonderful. Um, she's gonna take a very nice looking quill. She's gonna take out a piece of paper that she had on her. It almost looks like parchment. Do you have a preferred language? English would probably be easier, but I mean, I can do Coptic if you want.
I like Latin.
Latin? I know Latin. She, warning for disturbing visuals. She's gonna take the quill. She's gonna use one of her fingernails to open the wrist that in not her good arm and not her writing arm, and like force some blood out that starts to pool on her hand, and she will use that to write the contract. So we cannot use dominate on you to force you to say something.
You cannot also do anything to Patrick in order to compel me to do anything. No hostage situation regarding any of my comrades. You already know. And you may not, and I do mean not stay if I say to go. The moment I say you're no longer allowed to be here, you have to leave.
Okay.
This
Anything else?
sounds incredibly, probably paranoid for you, but then
I
again,
can
you're an
understand
ancient
given
creature,
I'm not
so I'm
that
pretty
ancient.
I know, probably older than me. I don't know.
How old are you? I don't
25.
25. I'm well with after the embrace.
I think you count that. Yeah, we count that here.
We count that. Okay.
We count that.
So 30, approaching 30.
So you're a baby vampire they
Yes.
sent?
I have quite a lot of experience for
Ugh.
being how young I am.
The more and more that people send younger vampires to me as the person to talk to me, the more I feel like I am completely underestimated in my capabilities
And
or
that's why the
devalued.
people I would be bringing are much older than me, including that one person that I mentioned that was the child of Cappadocius.
Oh boy. So
If
I
you want to
essentially.
speak to some ancients, I can. You're gonna speak to some ancients.
Alright, I guess essentially I'll be talking to like the. What does the. Great uncle?
I
Great uncle.
suppose if you want to
Great
call
uncle.
them that.
Because in technicality speaking, Cappadocius would be like grandfather,
Yeah.
technically speaking. So I
So,
suppose they would be a
uncle.
older sibling of
Yeah.
Augustus.
Yeah, they would be its sibling in the blood, technically.
So let's just. You're very amendable. This is something else I've noticed: is younger vampires are more amendable to someone who's like me, right?
Generally, but I think.
Yeah, older vampires probably will look at me like I'm actually a flea on the back of something's ass. You know that, right?
I'm aware, but also if you want, if you want to be able to actually protect the people you care about, you're gonna
Uh,
need some to be that powerful.
all right. Let's say magically. Let me just put
Mhm.
this in perspective. I would essentially lose everything I have that I currently have, except for, of course, my active career,
Yes.
to protect anybody. They know how I think because they trained me to think this way. I would be completely fucked. Like, I understand it's really easy for you to come in here and
No,
tell me, hey, this
I
would be
get it
easy,
because
but
I didn't have the exact same situation that you had. I didn't.
yeah. I don't feel like most people are groomed by a vampire to become a vampire. I don't think that's normal, is it?
It's not standard practice. Usually, most embraces are accidental. It's only really the old ones that tend to do that.
Yay. I love being special.
Yes.
So wonderful. He rolls his eyes and sighs.
There
So
is.
kind.
So, I have the deal here. I'll bring it back to Veins and to Mask. That is what he calls himself. Mask. Masque, in case you're curious.
Mhm.
And I'll come back tomorrow evening. Okay?
Alright.
If you want me to stay, we can actually talk about what we talked about because I am actually still interested in that.
I
But if you don't want to, or if this is too much to think about, I can go.
do you have any idea that, like, with all the shit I've been dealing with, how happy I was to hear that you wanted to talk to me? Because it's a sense of normalcy. Like, I can do something I
Normal.
actually really enjoy as a passion
I know.
without it
It's a
being a life
passion of
or
mine
death
as
mind
well.
game.
I understand. And
You
I
do
don't
know
want.
that
I know it
there's
kind
a
of got shattered when I started this conversation, but this was a conversation I needed to have.
it was a very pleasant conversation.
And we can go back to that now that this kind of business has concluded.
I think we can discuss that at a later date.
Of course. Would you like me to go now?
Yes,
May I take the contract or would you like a picture?
I will take a picture.
Of
He's gonna
course.
take a picture of the contract.
Yep, and it will be. She'll take it. She'll give you a polite smile.
He's
It
gonna
was
return
like
it.
totally so good to see you. I'm so glad we got so much done tonight.
Yes, it was a lovely conversation.
I know, Ghost. Anyway, I'll like totally see you next time. Bye
Yeah.
now. And she's gonna
Goodbye.
wave, and she'll leave the building and drive up, and you're left alone
Yeah.
with your thoughts and
He's gonna drink.
Patrick.
He's gonna drink his brains out right now while sending
Mm-hmm.
messages. Going like, uh,
Who are the messages going to?
Damien.
Okay. What will they?
I'm actually saying,
I know you're typing them, but what will they say?
pretty much it's gonna be a picture of the contract
Mm-hmm.
and that another vampire this about is essentially come for his hide. And there's a good chance he's not gonna come out if you're a living person anymore.
Okay.
Because vampires don't like taking no for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's essentially, once again, a pawn in a great generational bullshit.
Yeah. So I'll let you send that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to
Sorry.
do anything during the next day, or would you like to just skip to the meeting?
1 second. I'm gonna send the picture.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. I understand you
Uh,
were sending messages to the rest of the cell. So, are you done or are you still typing? Because I'm not looking
yeah.
properly.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
So Ambrose is gonna spend the next day, which he does not
Mm-hmm.
like going out during the day, but he's going to.
Okay.
He's essentially going to get new phones
Yeah,
and things like that.
you can do that.
Going over his house again with a fine-tooth comb to remove any bugging he can get.
Okay. Make me a perception plus security roll, difficulty 7.
I got one
One
success, it looks
success.
like.
You find a few bugs.
Mhm.
Actually, because you might have forgotten, you could spend willpower to get if an extra success.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, because I know sometimes you can forget, so that's why I'm reminding
I
you that's how
forgot.
that works. I felt like that was something you would have used a willpower on if you had remembered. So you
Yeah,
got 2
yeah.
successes. So you find several bugs. You think you might have found all of them. You're not sure though. You did the best you could.
How many did he find?
Like 40.
He's just sighing on his couch, hands in his head in his hands, with all the bugs in his place, just drinking his brains out.
And that's in
Glaring
his main
at
house.
glaring at the Giovanni detail squad the whole fucking time. Like,
They ain't saying shit. They're gonna let you do it, but they're not gonna say shit about it.
you have one job, and that was to protect me, correct?
Yes.
Holds bug up, goes real close. Does this look like I'm secure?
Considering those are ours, yes.
Well, know that we're compromised then, you dumbass? I guess someone knows all my text messages.
What?
You're all very bad at your job.
Karatu.
Incredibly bad at it.
Well, he did confirm that though. The bug you have in your hand is theirs.
Now my other question then is, with all my security detail and 15 fucking ghosts running around, how has no one been able to tell me who's the one who dropped Patrick off?
We didn't get a good look at them.
Really? You didn't get a good look at them?
Yes.
Really? We have 15 ghosts around this place. I have how many of you guys here on the perimeter? How many? And not a single one of you was able to see shit?
We got some pictures, but that's about it. And they're blurry as fuck.
I believe this is my own problem. You see, I was raised with a certain level of competence being required and expected of me. I understand you don't like a filthy fucking human telling you things. Is it because I'm human you don't care?
No.
Is it a race thing?
What? No.
Then why aren't you doing your job right?
We are doing our job.
Really? Then why was I compromised to begin with?
I told you, those are ours.
No, someone else that is not you knows knows my mess. They know my business.
Listen, we're not... This branch of the family is not responsible for that phone.
What branch of the family is?
Augustus. Essentially, it's a corporate problem.
Alright. Forgive me for my outburst. It is very unprofessional of me.
I understand, but also, if
I am
had
under
to
an immense
venture a
amount of-
guess,
Mhm.
that they hired one of the best people that in kindred kind that could do it to do it. Only them or another one of them could break it.
I'm so tired. You understand? Tired of all of this.
Okay.
Alright.
Perhaps
Well,
you should
inside
go
and
lay
out.
down.
Can I insight this bitch?
Yeah. Anytime, you just have to ask. Perception. Perception. Empathy.
Oh, fuck! I'm
That
built
is-
without that!
Yeah, that is the insight. It is empathy.
Oh, man, I
Expression
don't...
is expressing yourself. Empathy is to get empathy.
Ew.
You can roll it. Normally it'd be difficulty 7, but because you don't have empathy, difficulty 8.
I was raised to be a merciless piece of shit. And I'm still winning!
You got 2 successes. Okay,
I was,
so, listen,
I was
you're
built without a
not the
fuck to
best
give
at
in
telling when
God.
someone's bullshitting you. But he's actually telling the truth. No, that's not their responsibility. It's corporate's responsibility to keep them safe. As far as you know,
Alright.
he's telling you the truth.
Sighs deeply. We're gonna take a moment, take a deep fucking breath,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to send a message to a guy.
Yeah. What?
Dearest father, it brings me no joy, but a certain amount of irony to exclaim that this line has been compromised. Someone is aware of our dealings and any and all messages sent on this device. I do not know how this has been attempted or how this was achieved, but it has been done. How would one go about going through our security at this measure?
You get a text back very quickly.
I bet. Mm.
You will get, it's like a bullet point. Like they're trying to type as quickly as possible so they can destroy the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the last instruction, I think there's like 3.
It's to destroy the phone.
Is destroy the phone. First thing, the only person who could have done that would have had. We killed the person who made the encryption for this. So someone had to, and they were a master at making encryption, like far better than a human should. So you're not dealing with human who did this. 2, we'll find them. We'll get you someone. We'll find a way to get better encryption on this device or your next one. 3, destroy the phone.
Understood. Have a nice day. He's gonna take a moment. He's debating on saying it because he's like, I need to know where my loyalties lie.
Mm-hmm.
Messages. I found a total of 40 bugs in my house and had it confirmed that it was yours. What's going on?
Okay, you get a text back with that. Almost like you're lucky that I had not yet destroyed the phone when you sent this.
Mm.
What is going on with that? Is that if something were to happen to you, if someone were to attack you and anything was heard inside the house, if they somehow got through all the men and all the ghosts, we could maybe get some hints as to where to find you. That's at least what they're telling you.
God, I wouldn't believe Dad. He takes a moment and he sits down, just. And he's gonna send another message.
Oh.
Just long and short of it, I don't want to kill Patrick. I like him. I'm allowed to like people. Someone knows I like him. Kidnapped him, roughed him up, left an orgy of evidence pointing to the Sabbat. I mentioned it, I guess, too many times in one conversation, and they showed up at my door.
Okay.
I'm scared. There's some weird generational shit going on here. I don't know what to do. They know what's going on with my messages, and they're sending elders here. I tried to make a contract as hardcore as I could in order to get around it, but they're vampires, so they can do whatever the fuck they feel like, because I'm just a human. I don't think I'm safe. I don't think I've been safe for a long time.
You get no response. You can't even send the message. That means you would know that the phone was already destroyed before you typed all that up.
Gonna stop, destroys his phone as he is supposed to do. Looks to head goon.
Yeah.
You get me Anthony.
I'll get you Antony. Antony will come in. About 30 minutes later. Well, wait, no. It would have to be night for Antony to be there. You can't have a meeting with Spot.
No, just message him.
Okay.
He's not trying to call him, God. No.
Okay,
He's not trying to get him
What do you
here.
want me to tell him?
I need to get in contact with Augustus. I have been compromised, so I need another channel.
I'll let him know.
Get me that channel.
I'll let you know.
It needs to be as quickly as possible because time is of the essence and I am in extreme danger.
Would you like
Yay.
Of course, sir.
We'll
get you this as fast
add
as
in a minute.
We'll get you this as fast as we can.
Alright. He's gonna go get a bottle and go drink and then go downstairs because there's a lot to deal with.
And you hear nothing until the time comes. Patrick's still asleep. You don't even know if your dad cares because they probably saw you typing and they didn't respond.
I mean, on one hand, yeah, but on the other hand, it's protocol at this point. If we're compromised, we're compromised.
I know. But for all you know, your family's also been spying on you. Sure, they gave you an excuse, but they could hear everything that happened in the house, probably.
Okay. He's gonna take a moment, take a deep drink, checking on Patrick.
Even when he thought he had privacy.
Take a deep fucking drink. Smile inside and out. And it's gonna put on a happy face because it's time to act because no one has time for him to have a whole mental breakdown.
So by the time all this is done, it is time for the meeting. Early in the evening, but still the night has fallen. The stars are up. Patrick's asleep, and in the trances he has been. And you, Ambrose Vitalis, you hear a knock at your door to the bunker.
Ad break ends in 1 minute 20.
I know. I'm gonna wait for the ad. How are you feeling right now about this?
Oh boy, I'm excited. Ambrose is just trying to do everything humanly possible to protect himself, but he's getting no responses from anyone that's supposed to be a support group. Which is funny because I know it's because Adrian's currently streaming. I know. So it just kind of works out. You know what I mean?
I know.
That the one time he was supposed to he was told ask for help. You know, he got nothing. And it just kind of further solidifies that he has to do everything on his own.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, fuck, Charon didn't warn me.
I know. It's a thing.
Ambrose, as a total thing, he's gonna have.
We are back, and ad break should be over. So
he's gonna have cane sword ready because.
Cane sword ready. You have your cane. Totally not also a sword.
Totally not also a sword.
You open the door, I'm assuming. Here's what you see. You see Stephanie. You see a corpse, what is best described as a corpse. Like, you can see the hands are all almost like there's no fluids in there. They're all dry. They're decrepit. And that's the hands. They're in like some sort of monk's robe. And the only thing you can see in the monk's robe is a beautiful, ornate metal mask that depicts a face of fury and rage, and you can't even see eyes behind the mask.
He's gonna do a very nice, deep, formal bow.
And there's one other.
Greetings. Oh, God.
The last one, the other two I've described, look pretty human, even the one's a human corpse. The last one is anything but human. They have three faces. One face in the center and two on the right of them. They have 4 arms.
Some Del Toro shit going on over here.
And are on two of their hands have vicious, like almost like wolf-like claws on them. On the 2 hands that are like are the lower arms.
To be fair, this is the second one he's dealt with.
They have 2 swords very clearly made of human bones and skeletons and that sort of stuff.
So, like, he's doing the very proper bows to everyone, very proper bows, and then he sees this motherfucker, and he's like, he just can't stop smiling looking at them, like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, that is so rude for me to stare. That is, you look amazing. What?
One of the faces on the triple faces, the one in the center smiles politely. Hold on, allowing it.
That's like
one in the face in the center smiles politely. The face on the right looks at you with great interest. And the other one, it's not making any noise, but it's almost like a face someone would make as if they were laughing, but like in a good-natured sense. I'm glad to see you can admire good work. I made this form myself. Thank you. I'm always seeking new forms of evolution.
Huh. I mean, if you might as well, if you're an ancient being, might as well, right?
Of course. I'm glad you can understand.
It must get boring being the same shape all the time, right? Come on. Everyone inside. Everyone inside.
I think you can... it's strange. Not usually a mortal can understand such a thing, but I'm glad to see one such as yourself can appreciate the craft. I put a lot of effort into molding myself into a better fit form.
I was going to say, it looks like it took a lot of effort to get right. Also, I do like the swords. The swords are pretty great.
I made the swords myself out of the bones of my fallen enemies.
I appreciate a bad bitch. Let's get in here.
Of course. The dead corpse walking, the woman who is fucking Valley Girl Elvira, and the whatever the fuck that monster is, make their way inside.
They're cool. I like them.
The door closes behind them. The 2 of them sit. The 2 more human ones sit. And the other one stands because, quite frankly, they understand that there's nothing that they could sit on.
Actually, hold on. Oh? I have a solution.
What's your solution?
I do not have a chair for you, but give me a few moments. He's gonna go. This scuttles off. He's strong enough. He's gonna drag back a chase lounge. Have you ever seen one of those things?
I have not. Could you describe it for me?
Have you ever seen My Little Pony?
I mean, I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
Okay. Hold on. It's a type of sofa. It's like a drama couch. It's like a... Let me get this. It's a chair that's also not a chair. Let me get you a screenshot of this.
What do you mean by not a chair?
It's more of like a couch become chair.
Okay.
It's like you lay on it is the idea. You
Okay,
lay
so
on
yeah,
it.
they could sit on it, kind of.
You,
Yeah,
you
they
can,
would be
yeah,
able to.
it's very long because
Yeah, so
Amber's
so
tall.
they'll use it to kind of
Yeah, it's
sit.
a fainting couch.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I know what a painting couch is. Okay, so yeah, they'll
So
sit on that then.
this giant
Each
thing
of
just
them,
on.
as they're sitting there, they sit across from you. The two people that have spoken, the monstrous person and the Stephanie are sitting there, and then you have Mask, as
Mm.
they have called themselves. Mask is quiet as death almost.
I would like to thank you for coming into my home this evening. Uh, I would have prepared proper refreshments with more of a timetable, but I feel like
You only had one evening, and I'm sure you had a lot to think about. There's no need to
yeah.
be so well, you know, Stephanie says. The monster speaks up. You are in a unique situation. One that
Mm,
you could evolve from the current state you're in into a better place. But that is
mhm,
ultimately your decision. And the
mhm.
last one, who you have not heard speak at all, simply says, "You can only do so much."
Yeah. I suppose there's only so much pleasantries one can do before he's gonna take a seat. And God, does drinking sound like a good idea? But he's gotta be sober.
Yeah.
How may I help you?
The one in a mask speaks up. Uh, it is not us who can help you. Or, sorry, it's not you who can help us, but us who can help you.
Hmm. Really? That sounds very generous on your part. Do forgive my skepticism, but every single interaction I've ever had with anyone, vampire, human, or otherwise, is usually aligned with the concept of game. Does that make sense?
We have our games, the mask says, but then the monster raises one of their hands and they be quiet. Mask here does speak the truth. We have our own form of games, but I assure you this is not one of them. This is not one of the games of instinct.
Mm-hmm.
We are here. The Archbishop, or soon to be Archbishop, of Savannah, Georgia, the Duchess of my pack, Faith, in Mask, the representative of the Harbingers of Skulls.
Mm-hmm.
You have three of the most powerful Canites in the city, and in Mask case, probably one of the most powerful in the world, here to speak with you tonight. I would
Oh.
say the most powerful one of them, or at least one of the oldest to still be walking in these nights.
Uh-huh.
We believe, or no, we don't believe, we know that we can help you just as much as you can help us. mutually beneficial. Will there be losses on either side during these discussions? Yes, but when one evolves, one must lose some weaker, more negative traits.
Mhm. All right.
Just as we and I have evolved from a form much like Miss Crosby or much like your own, have evolved to this, and much like a child over time will evolve to a man, and humans evolve to Canaanites, the contract that we forged tonight will evolve and grow stronger.
All right. I was told that you could enlighten me on the matter of things. See, I am surrounded by those who deal in half-truths and whispers behind the back of their hand, and it's well and good, do I understand the need for secrecy to some extent, given what I do for a living. It makes sense. However, when it becomes an actual matter of my survival is when I would rather not just have to pick and choose what words and figure out what they mean.
Of
It's
course.
very inefficient.
I can
For
understand
example,
this.
a few nights ago, someone who is precious to me was taken, brutalized, and returned as a message. Returned with the intent to enrage said people left behind this, and he's gonna set down the rosary and the cross that were left behind.
The may I handle it?
Of course, you may.
The monster will take the rosary and the cross and inspect them, look at them closely. Not, well, the symbol certainly is ours on the back of the rosary, but this is too. While
Obvious.
some of us do wear our sign on our sleeves, this is too blatant even for us.
Nods. I thought so. The big problem is that someone is able to emulate things from your kind, your clans, or your group. Group. I'm going to say group instead of clan. I feel like you all do not like that terminology.
We, some of
Is that
us, recognize that there are differences between the different childer of Cain and their ancestors, but truly we are all one in Cain. We are all his children ultimately.
hmm. So everyone's a bastard child with a missing father. Got it.
Essentially.
Um. Now, whoever did this, they used something to create complete darkness, and then
They were
it felt like
emulated.
drowning. I remember holding on to them and being pulled away forcibly by something coiled around
There
when.
are. I know the powers you speak of.
Mhm.
And I know they belong to the La Sombra, the
Mhm.
clan that is considered the soul of the sect. The sect being a political organization or grouping of vampires, or Canaanites as we call them.
Mhm.
However, as with all groups, there are some who choose to not stay in line with the party line, as it were, for the group. I am under the impression that unless some magi or fey creature or demon or whatever you were dealing with there could perfectly emulate what we do, which I'm not saying is impossible for the mages. They do weird things from what I have heard, and even those in our group, our sect, is we do not have many that used to be them. Let us put it that way. But from what we do know of them, they are strange and can do almost anything. So it was either, from what I can tell, based on what you have told me here, a rogue La Sombra or a mage of some kind.
When he was returned, which is the other part that's concerning me, which I would like to bring up something. Two things. One, I understand from what Susan said that not Susan, goddammit, whatever, fuck. Her name, the one who says ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Stephanie?
Stephanie, thank you. From what Stephanie has said, that I already had a great visit from yours, the Sword of Cain, in my home.
Did, yes, but not targeting you.
And that stops. You came for Patrick.
We were trying to search the house, not for you. And not.
Then ours, the Nosferatu, also. I was also attacked by Nosferatu, also here for Patrick. Also here for information about my familia.
We've only sent 3.
And then but what about the Samis from the meeting? The one who
was going after the prince? The infiltrator?
Yes. The infiltrator, the one that was very bad at sending a message, because I believe a message needs to have an end to a statement. That was very open-ended and poor grammar of you. Or whoever. Only thing it did for me, one, I was forced to act because of my own contract with the prince. 2, it just shows blatant incompetence in terms of planning regarding sending a message. Why send a message when you could actually kill them? And I know you guys can do it. You're ancient, you're powerful. Why not kill them and actually do it? Why do it in half-truths like they do? If you're so much better, then why not do better?
Mask speaks up. You tie loose ends.
Yes.
Why not allow them to tie themselves?
That is actually the exact same thing the person you claim to hate said himself about the situation.
Yes.
They're all idiots.
Speaks up.
They will tie themselves. And I'll be more than happy to watch them burn themselves to the ground. But it does not change the fact that if you're going to have them tie themselves, be a little more discreet about sending a message.
You misunderstand what my associate here was saying. We sent them to gather information, yes, this is true. We also learned that they might have been compromised. That message was supposed to be a suicide mission.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, any leader who would send a child of theirs willingly to die is no better than the elders that they want to destroy. You're only perpetuating a cycle of use and abuse. You are no better than the ones you hate. This is what I was told yesterday, was that you all hate them
We do.
because you wish for freedom, true freedom, without having to hide, without having to
Such is the
sacrifice
ultimate goal,
anyone.
yes.
But you are willing to sacrifice. You are no better than them. You are just a
I need to
different
make
kind.
a roll. 1 second. I need to make a roll.
Ambrose ain't fucking wrong!
I
Like,
need to make a
bitch.
couple rolls. 1 second.
I understand that my own familia. He doesn't even know about anything.
Oh,
He
no,
don't know
no, no. This is me saying I need to make a roll. I'm trying to find where the button is. I should be able to... Where's the button? Oh, I see it. I'm a dumbass. Ignore me. So this would be this. Difficulty 8. Need to make the roll.
And I will.
They succeed. So you see, as you say this, the eyes of this
I'm gonna have
monster
sight on,
flare up, but he manages to not lunge at you or anything. Like you think he might want to, but he doesn't. He doesn't do anything. He controls himself.
What is freedom when you truly do what? You're trying to sell it to me like you all will be honest and forthcoming, like you will not use me like a pawn. Honesty is in the eye of the beholder. To be honest, everyone has their own version of the truth, do they not? As far as I am concerned, you have done nothing but invade my home, attack someone in front of me. And, what was it else? Oh, yeah. I heard on the grapevine several things about my own familia and your organization. I believe the association terminology was akin to that of a Nazi. A supremacist, if you will. So, the only reason you're talking to me at all, and not looking at me like the dirt you believe I should be buried under, is because you have more to stand from using me as a tool of revenge against someone you despise. Am I correct in this?
Mask speaks up. There are elements that you might consider such a thing, but I would not say entirely is correct. We protect our own as to everyone. Let us...
Hold on. Hold that thought. I don't mean to be rude, but I need to point this out.
Yes?
You protect your own while sending your own on a suicide mission.
When they betray us...
Who's the... You really are no different than them, huh?
Oh, I need to make a roll. 1 second. I'm gonna make a frenzy roll. I need to make several frenzy rolls.
You all talk like you are different, like you're better.
Wait,
you're just like human.
1 second. I need to make a couple
like
of
human.
rolls.
Flaming sword is activated, and we're gonna be ready soon.
Before combat happens, you don't even know this is happening. So this would all happen before you can probably... I mean, I'll let you roll, but I need to make
He was told that, like, they are contract bound, but that depends if they're actually going to listen to it. But they have to.
Well, there's a point of it who also that they have a beast that they can't necessarily control.
Yeah, I saw the man wanting to lunge at me before, but held back. I am prepared.
So that's fair. Okay, one of them did fail, so let me check some things. You can roll your thing. Let me get veins up.
What am I rolling exactly?
So you're rolling initiative essentially.
Oh, okay, cool.
They do have their heart up, which is what they're wearing.
Initiative.
Yeah.
I clicked thing. Do I have to unlock it? Yeah, I think. No. Okay.
No, you have your initiative rolled. It's rolled.
Okay, I got confused because I didn't see the dice clickety clack around.
No, you're good.
My first initiative sucked. Can I get the second one, please, Chief? Can I have the second one, please, Uwu? Oh no.
You sure? You roll. We're gonna take the first one, but because it's a tie. I will allow you to go first.
Cool. Ad starts in a minute.
I know, but they are lunging at you. I will allow you to go first.
So
I'm actually gonna roll everyone else's before we do this, because if they're lunging, it's kind of discussions have
failed.
Yeah, so I need to see what. Okay.
And if anything, they're breaking one of the rules of the contract anyway.
I know.
Yeah, he's gonna bring that up.
I know.
About how they're baseless and how they're bad at this. I'm gonna hit the snooze. Can I hit snooze?
You can hit snooze.
Snooze.
19. Okay. Mask goes first. I'm gonna make a contested roll between Mask and the Archbishop. So, brawl, strength. This is not their specialty. Okay, and let's see the Archbishop. They're trying to get out, but frenzying. So they would get. We'll go to the defender. Additional dice. So they got a total of 8 successes, or 7, 8. Yeah, 8 successes. So they will. But let's see what Faith. So it goes Mask, then Faith. I'll allow Faith to assist here. Not initiative. Wrong button. Okay, and let's see if they can hold him back before things get too crazy. Oh my god, she does it. So you see, here's what happens before your turn. The guy lunges at you in a fit of rage. The elder, faster than you can humanly see it, is at him and is trying to grapple onto him and hold him back. But he can't quite get there by himself, at which point Faith also grabs on, and you're unharmed.
He's gonna stand up, sword cane ready. My name is Ambrose Vitalis, and you come into my home under an accord to where you would do me no harm. You would do nothing to me or my own, but they have attempted upon my life.
And
do not deny that is not their intention. You came here with backhanded words.
They are not under control of themselves currently.
You came here to use me as a means for your own vengeance, and
you're
do
looking
not
at
even
her.
begin to deny it.
You're speaking to them in this fit of rage. Her eyes change into the eyes of a snake looking dead at you, and you're frozen in place.
Oh,
you can still talk. You can't move.
And you'd use your abilities against me in my own home after I brought you here under the understanding I would not be harmed.
And you're not
You
being
are
harmed.
just like you are exactly like them. You will do what you must do to get what you need and what you think is right. Do not deny that. Embrace it. You are still painfully human in all the disgusting ways that you are. You desire, you hunger, you consume what you wish, what you want, without thinking of the consequence until it is far too late. You have signed a contract with me, and if you want to prove that you are any bit better than the Camarilla, you will leave and acknowledge my contract. If you fail to do so, then you are exactly what they claim you.
And they leave. They do leave. I'm snoozing.
I wanted to have second sight pop the whole time, but like, nah, we don't need that. We fucking have a speech.
And yeah,
like,
they do leave, but they upheld their word. But
and he just, hmm?
do you sleep at all? You've not actually, no.
No, we are not doing this. He's just,
how many days have you gone without sleep?
at least a couple.
Willpower difficulty 9. You're exhausted. Can you keep going? That's what this is.
We're gonna have
keep
to.
going?
How do I roll this?
So just click on the willpower button on your character sheet.
Oh god.
Willpower.
No, I got 8s, but I failed that.
Okay. You do fall asleep eventually, though. Where do you fall asleep? I'll let you get to where you want to.
He's gonna try and get Anthony first because he needs help now. He needs help.
Anthony will actually call you.
I need help.
Where are you?
I'm under the house. Nothing is safe.
We're coming. It'll be okay. And they'll start making their way down there.
This is probably the most emotional he has ever seen. At all. I can't sleep, but I can't keep going like this. Tell Augustus the Sabbat has attempted to contact me and tried to turn me against you.
They did what?
I am in danger.
Yes, you are.
I am so tired.
Okay.
They came in here talking their shit about, oh, you're not getting all the information. Maybe everyone's trying to use you.
Information, to be fair,
but they are just like the Camarilla, just as flawed.
No one's a good guy.
No one is good. Everything's gray. I'm tired.
Go to sleep. It'll be okay.
I know. They'll come.
Will they?
I don't know.
Where did you last see them?
They were downstairs and I pretty much forced them into a moral conundrum so they can back up their own bullshit about following a contract. I put a clause to her if I said they leave, they have to. Glad I did.
Why would they listen?
Because I called them on their morale high ground bullshit. Anyone who's like a religious fanatic will have to follow double down on their own crap or be proving that they're choking on their own shit.
Well, if it works, it works.
I don't know. Apparently, I guess they wanted to turn me. They said something about Harbingers of Skulls was one of them.
What? I've not...
There was a... There was a Samit. They mentioned that it was from before Augustus.
You've never seen Antony scared.
They wanted to turn me and teach me diablerie. They wanted me to possibly eat father.
You did good. You did good, Ambrose. We'll handle it. I'm gonna make some rolls. Let me make some rolls. I mean, and by make some rolls, I mean I already have.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's gonna happen when you next awaken. You'll wake up in the bunker. Patrick will be standing, pacing in a panic as he looks down at you.
That starts in a minute.
Okay. He's pacing and he's panicked and he's looking down at you. You see blood on the walls. You see a lot. You see the corpse of the Zemisi at your feet. Not directly beneath you, but close. Actually, he's slumped against your bed. The three-faced one.
It's going.
Okay, well, we'll stop there.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I was like delaying any response because the ad.
I know.
Oh my god. Our boy out here living La Vida. Oh god, please not like this.
Uh-huh.
He only had one way out, and that was get them into a contract where if they broke it, he could forcibly say you are
they
crap.
left. They just seemed to have come back because you didn't say they couldn't because they were abiding by the contract.
They wanted to probably kill him in his sleep or turn him in his sleep forcibly.
Hey, Patrick's awake.
Patrick's awake.
So, how are you feeling?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I kind of went full like unfortunately when I do D&D,
yeah.
I kind of try and do when I do characterization things,
No,
I tend
to
get too into it.
I know.
So he's breaking down, I'm breaking down.
I get it. And you're about to break down a lot more.
It gives him a better oh no.
Yeah. You're about to not be super happy.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let me check. Let me check what I gave you for this. Which we can change this for now, but for now I'm going to use what I have written for you. 2 dots of self-control. Okay.
Wow, I think that sucks that I got no anything against that. Jesus.
Yeah, you failed that roll. I'm so sorry.
Oh. I feel feel so bad now. He doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, he did fail.
So,
Willpower
he's
roll.
waking up now?
He's
Yeah,
waking
that's
up.
bullshit!
You're waking up. Patrick is waddling.
Patrick?
Hey,
Hey. How are you feeling?
I'm more powerful.
What happened to you? Are you okay?
I'm fine. You need to sleep. You feel hungry.
What? What?
They tried to turn you in your
What?
sleep. I didn't let them. I tried to not let them. I haven't checked, but I don't want to check.
But Anthony said that it would be okay.
Anthony's dead.
Fuck!
They...
I don't want to hurt you.
You're not hurting me, Ambrose. Do you want me to make you something to eat?
He's gonna kind of like curl up on himself, worried that he's now a monster and he might hurt him. What? What did they?
I don't know. I don't want to check.
Okay.
But I mean, I think the fact that you're not freaking out.
No, I am. It's just all internal.
No, I know, but you're not trying to devour the people around us. I think that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
I think. I don't know. I woke up.
Why are they want to turn me to make my father angry. Why can't I just be allowed to be?
Ambrose. It'll be okay.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Alright.
Patrick's gonna place a kiss on your forehead. Do you want to come with me while I cook a meal?
Are you sure you're okay? What happened to you?
I was doing a spirit quest of sorts to try and get more powerful.
Bad timing, Patrick.
I know, and I'm sorry for worrying you.
Someone kidnapped you and did horrible things.
I don't remember any of that because I wasn't present for it.
Someone essentially is just trying to use you against me, so I'll kill a bunch of people, which I kind of really want to kill them now.
I understand, and you'll have the chance. Let's have something to eat, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
So, Charon. Let's take a 5-minute break on stream, because I get there's a lot of emotions, a lot of things have happened, and I want to talk to you. Let's say it's a 10-minute break even.
Okay.
I want to talk to you, and then we can actually break before anything continues. So yeah, we'll be right back. And we are back. Hello.
Hello.
So, when we came back last time,
Oh God.
an assault had happened on the bunker, the downstairs bunker. We were just been raided by Chill the F Out, which to be fair is quite a good name for what is happening here. Ambrose.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick goes to make you a meal. Well, what do you speak about with him? What do you say as he's cooking? I'm assuming you join him because you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
He's kind of walking around, despite his size. This is one of those moments where it's very clear he's just a person,
Yeah.
and he's not in the goodest place. He's very scared, but doesn't know how to
Mm-hmm.
say it. So he's like walking around with like the blanket around his shoulders and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
As this is happening, you can see a bloodbath. Piles of ashes littered through the bunker. Patrick is sighing and is cooking just normally. Luckily, nothing happened in the kitchen.
Are you sure you're not hurt?
I would have been hurt, but there was this one with the mask there was one on top of you, about to dig their fangs into you, and then there was this person with the angry mask just killed them.
Hey.
There was a fucking snake woman, but they escaped, I think.
Eh.
I don't know. I was doing some Vision Quest bullshit while everything went down. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. Don't be sorry. You had no way of knowing that shit would literally hit the fan and people would definitely take advantage of your state. That's not on you. How did the Vision Quest go?
It went all
Was it
right.
was it fun?
No.
Yeah.
It was
Seems like we both had a week already.
I got to explore the Garden of Eden though. That was neat.
That's fucking wild.
I know, right?
So wild.
Yeah, there was
It's really funny. Speaking of Eden,
mm-hmm.
I found out that vampires are called Cainites.
Uh-huh. Like
It's
oh.
Cain.
Oh.
Cain is the first vampire, and
That explains
apparently
why
he
they're all
did
douchebags.
kinda. I don't know. It's a funny thing from what it sounds like is they were all such douchebags that Cain went to go get milk and never came back. Like,
I don't know.
what? How
From what
bad you
I
gotta
was
fuck up
told,
for
Kane's a
that?
petty bitch, but
I mean, most people are. Most people are.
well, yeah, but more so than other people.
I I'm going to be forthcoming, and it is. I shamefully put myself in this bad situation by not sleeping. I was just worried you were gonna get taken again.
It's okay. You did what you could for me. Patrick's gonna fix up. Would you like an appetizer?
No, I don't. Whatever you want to make is fine.
Well, I mean, I'm working on the pasta. I'm doing spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of time where I can maybe do like some strawberries or something.
Can I have garlic bread?
Yeah, I have some.
Yeah.
I made some earlier while you were still asleep. I can, if you're okay with leftovers, I can.
Mm-hmm.
He'll nod. He'll heat up the leftovers. He'll heat them up in the oven because he's not a heathen.
Yeah, no.
Because he's a chef, so he would actually do it in
Mm-hmm.
the oven, and that is done not too long. And while he's still working on the pasta, I mean, he brings it out. He'll put it on a nice plate for you and present you with the food. Do you try to eat it?
He's really worried about this. So, do we know if vampires are allergic to garlic?
I don't think they are.
Shame. Mm. I... Do you know what happened? Like, motions to the exploded everything in this wall to
Uh,
Anthony.
uh, what happened to Antony?
Mhm.
The three-faced fuck got him?
Mm.
And then he was on top of you when I woke up. But then this fucker with a angry mask, like I said before, killed them.
Then got on top of me without even taking me out to dinner. Talk about rude.
I know.
He's trying so hard to
I
get
know
back
he
the,
is.
but he
But
just
he
can't.
can't. Nope. And then...
I found out that my phone was compromised.
That's not good.
I found 40 bugs in the house from the family.
That's not good either.
So if I were ever taken or harmed, they could keep track of me.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna kind of steel himself and reach for the bread
Uh-huh.
and just gotta go take a bite.
As you take a bite into the bread, it tastes very good. It's, some of Patrick's better work. It's reheated, but yeah, it's good.
He takes a moment and he's actually crying a bit.
Are you okay?
Cause I'm okay. I'm
Okay.
okay, Pat.
I'm glad to hear it.
So
So,
I don't think I'm a monster
that's
yet.
good. That's good. Can I
I,
be
yeah,
honest?
of course you can. If this is all far too much, I understand too, you know.
There's... He sighs. He keeps working at you, but he'll occasionally take a look at you with his eyes just staring, just not necessarily admiring everything, but he is you know, he's nervous, he's got things on his mind. Where is this? 1 second. I'm looking for something on your sheet and I'm not finding it and I'm confused, confuzzled.
What thing?
Your backgrounds.
Oh, let me unlock this.
Oh, I see them.
Oh,
Arsenal contact and resources. Okay. He looks at you and he sighs. Ambrose. Ambrose, something's looking after you, I think. Not as much as it's looking after my brother, or, well, more Damien has the stronger connection, but I don't know what to say. My brother has a big clump of fate around him. You're... I don't know. But I think it'll be okay. We can pretend it'll be okay for now. We need to get a new place to stay, though.
no. I need to get a lot of things.
I don't think they'll stop coming. Not unless we do something to make them stop. I've been thinking. What if there was a way, at least how I see it, everything in your life has gone off the rails since the moment you Everything has gone off the rails since the moment. Sorry. Responding to what Fury is saying. Everything seems to have gone off the rails the moment you got these powers. If you want, I can see if I can maybe get rid of them, but then you'd have less protection, so I don't know.
If I don't have what I can do, which isn't very much, I set a sword on fire. That's pretty much it. But if I don't have that, I'm still hunted.
I guess, but
And I
can
now have
I
I have no way to talk to my father.
as you speak, Patrick sighs, places a phone down in front of you. Anthony told me to give you this.
I'm sorry I'm not as strong as I've showed I was.
That's okay, Ambrose. Not
I'm
You don't always
trying.
have to be strong.
I'm trying
I know you
to
are.
just hold it together. It's just hold on. There's so little in my control.
There's something else. There's something
Oh,
else. There's something else. So thank you for the raid, Adrian.
oh boy.
There's something else. There's a letter left for you. Not by us, but by someone. I don't know who.
Oh, fuck. Where is it?
It's in the thing. It's in the living room where you had the meeting.
I don't know if you would have been proud of me or thought I was batshit crazy,
I don't know. I wasn't there.
but I needed to prove for myself that they were just the same as the other ones.
I know.
Yeah.
As you speak, as you look at him, as he walks over, he'll just be out of sight for just a moment, but in that moment you're scared that he's gonna be hurt, but he comes back just a moment later.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine, Ambrose. He sets down a mask, the same one that Mask was wearing, M-A-S-Q-U-E, not. And then he sets down the letter. What?
Of course.
Uh-huh. Here is what the letter says. Ambrose Vitalis, or Ambrose Giovanni. Hello. I understand things went poorly when we spoke. It led to all this. Events that, while I am powerful, my bloodline doesn't necessarily have a lot of sway in this particular matter because we are so new despite our power. However, I do wish to inform you that I managed to protect you from being turned by the Zemisi. I hope that act of kindness can be repaid one day, but if it is not, we shall see. While I do not agree with the choices you made, nor do I entirely agree with the Sabbat's dogma, I can understand why you were getting so upset with them. They were acting like quite frankly, impudent children. Additionally, I now, due to killing some prominent members, 1 second. Unfortunately, due to the situation and me killing one member of the Sabbat, I myself will now be hunted down by them. It is the way of things, as they seem to think they can do this. I did not join them in the assault. I was only there so long that I could make sure you did not get turned. Because, well, I don't have to like you. And I don't have to like Augustus. I at least got a choice in what I got to turn, if I was to be turned. And I want you to have that same choice. Because let us be very clear, regardless of what you think your father may say, you do have a choice. I hope that we could discuss further sometime in the future. Mask. Masque. So,
I'm just gonna slide
there's also a phone number on it.
Just gonna slide it down so Patrick can read it too.
Patrick will read it.
Oh, lovely.
So that explains why they were doing it.
I am now in debt to someone.
Would you rather be one of them?
No.
Exactly.
Everything just feels like it's neatly falling into place. Maybe it's just this week or whatever, but
Uh-huh.
I can't help but find patterns when I see things occur.
Well, what it seems like to me is that this person took a risk for you. A pretty big one.
Nothing is ever free, Patrick.
I know. I'm not saying it's going to be free.
No. Ad starts in a minute.
I know. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't think you're going to be able to stop from becoming a vampire at this point. I think stuff is just going to keep happening until someone gets to you.
I'm like the second-rate prize from like a stupid, I don't know, race. I guess I'm not bringing my A game to this right now.
It's okay.
Apologies, but
it's okay.
I'm like a consolation prize in the rat race that is existence. How delightful!
So,
whoever gets to piss my father off the most wins, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it seems.
I don't know these people.
I know.
Ad starting.
I know. That's why we can take a breath. How are you feeling?
I'm entertained. I might be all teary and stuff like that, but that's because the characters at that point.
Mm-hmm.
He is so.
He is not happy.
No. Just to get another motherfucker at the end of that going, tee-hee, I saved your life. By the way, you have a choice. It's like, fuck you. It just feels like a giant conspiracy to get him essentially to pick a side it's like he's gonna get turned.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way around it. It's just when will that
No,
happen?
it's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
Where's this ad at? Oh, there
It's
it is.
bad
Okay,
break-ins.
in a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
And wholeheartedly, he's going to well, one, hope that Augustus has been updated on what the fuck's actually occurred. Like, is there any mess? Actually, I'll ask that when the ad breaks
Yeah.
over.
I'll ask.
Man, so much shit has happened to this poor dude.
I know.
I keep saying poor dude like he's the nicest nice to
And
ever
more
nice, but
stuff
he's
is
kind of a
gonna
bastard.
happen, I think, before this ends.
Yeah.
Final. Okay. What? How does he feel about what Patrick told him? He's just on a vision quest.
He's like, bro, that's wild. You went and saw the Garden of Eden. He was actually gonna try and ask, like, is it worth did it live up to the hype? Or
yeah.
It's kind of super not on his A game about deflecting
No.
for good reasons.
No. That's totally fair.
He's just trying to do his best, and it's really hard. Man,
Okay.
I can't wait
Ad
to
break
hear
has
more about.
ended. So.
No, it says I have 10 seconds left on my
Okay.
ad.
Okay. Well, mine just said it ended. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Harvard. Such fucking ads. Jesus. Okay, cool. I'm free now.
So.
Whatever, I escaped.
So.
He's gonna look at his phone, and he's gonna see if he has any message or anything.
He does. He has a message from the only number in the phone.
Mm-hmm.
The name is Father.
Takes a breath and clicks it.
Ambrose. I hope this text finds you well. We found what happened. We found the security breach. And we completely redid the protocols we were using. So, it has also come to my attention that the Sword of Cain has taken a personal interest in you, as you said. You must... How should I say this? This is me out of character. I am glad you saw the wisdom in not turning your back on me. Such loyalty shall be rewarded. It has also come to my attention that the entirety of Clan Giovanni in Savannah, Georgia is dead.
Fuck.
Except for you. We are moving resources your way as fast as we can. What we are also under the impression of is that Patrick did what he could to defend you during this time. At least that is what our ghost, the only ghost that survived, has stated to us. As a reward, I rescind my order to kill them.
Oh.
Do not think I do this lightly. Plans are having to change. It has become apparent to me that it would be unsafe and unwise for me to continue coming to America. It would also be unsafe for you to try and come over here. I am sending a courier that I know is absolutely loyal with some of my blood. We have encountered unexpected interruptions. They will know how to have you still be my child while me not being present. We have been under attack since we left. We have met fierce resistance. I am alright, of course, as are my closest guards, but it does not matter that they are still trying. I will see what can be done. I want to be there in person, so I will try and make it so. But for now, this is a alternative I can provide if you are interested. Because clearly, no one can protect you well enough. And while there would normally be a whole party about this, I don't think we have the time or the luxury for this. So I will leave this choice to you. Would you rather me continue to try and arrive? Or would you rather me send the blood to you?
Sends a response message after a little bit. Are you in danger during this journey at all? You personally in danger?
Yes.
The comfort of one human is not worth that risk.
Understood. We will get this to you as quickly as we can. I expect a couple weeks. At most.
What am I to do now that I am completely alone here? Nowhere is safe for me here.
This is not so. I know of one location in that city. It is an old location that is not used anymore, not because it was compromised, but for situations such as this. I can ensure your safety and the safety of your paramour.
There's one from a clan called the Harbingers of Skulls, I believe, who defended me and kept me from being turned.
And why would they do that? To get
I do
something
not
from
know.
you?
Perhaps.
They hate me. They want me dead.
It's very apparent that a lot of people hate you, but that has never not been the case.
Exactly.
It's business as usual.
Yes.
I want to assure you that my loyalties have always been towards the Familia and you.
I know.
I simply I am tired of not knowing what is trying to kill me, what comes for me, so I am not prepared to defend myself.
I
And
see.
because of arbitrary rules set up by other people, I can't know things that will keep these assholes out of my home.
I understand. We
I only.
have some connections with some blood sorcerers that can ward a location from being entered by those of my kind. They won't stop me. I'm too powerful to be stopped, but it should stop
Obviously.
most.
Alright. I would like to see you again eventually.
And you will. It shall be done tomorrow. I've already sent the word that if you wish to stay in the house, it will be. I would not advise this evening. I can get you to the other safe house. But the house itself, unless you wish to purchase a new one, in which case, go ahead. You have my full permission. You have the resources of the Famiglia at your dispense.
And I have a greenhouse there.
You can have whatever you want there. Whatever you need.
Someone in the city actually denied my request for a greenhouse.
Oh,
We
I'll
might
make
need to
sure.
look into that.
I'll look into it.
Alright.
You take care,
Hey.
Ambrose.
Alright.
You don't know how important you are to me.
No, I don't.
You'll learn. You'll learn.
Have a safe journey home.
Thank you. So, before we end this evening, I have one final
Ugh.
surprise.
Oh god, I'm not. I love surprises.
Ambrose Vitalis.
Mm-hmm.
On your character sheet, mark down a dot of zeal.
Marked down as in I lost zeal?
No, you gained a dot of zeal.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that was. I'm gonna put
You
you.
so much
I'm going to
balls.
ding you. I am gonna ding you, even though it's only one early.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna consider you dinging because I think after everything that happens, you deserve it. So
He stuck to his fucking guns like a unit.
yeah. I'm gonna give you that dot of zeal, and I'm also gonna give you a dot of vision.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. I think you definitely deserve that reward after everything.
He's going to kind of look
And
up Patrick.
uh-huh.
Um,
You feel as everything around you gets more and more insane and more chaotic. You feel a force. It was the same force you felt when you were originally there to at the same force pouring into you almost. And you feel more powerful. You feel like because shit is going down, you don't know why this is happening, but you need to be ready, and they are willing to offer you some ability to be ready. And that's where we'll leave it for tonight. Thank you so much.
A little.
Oh, you want to talk to Pat? I'll let you talk to Pat.
Yay! So, how do you feel about living in an actual castle?
That would be cool.
Well, we're moving.
Hell yeah.
And you get your green.
Really? I get my greenhouse?
You'll get the whole damn atrium if I feel like it.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Hmm.
Ooh, well,
There is nothing I would not. Also,
mm-hmm.
Father has graciously rescinded the order.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is.
Um, how about we? I actually know there's a fort not too far from here. Maybe we could use that as a base for the castle.
A fort?
Yeah, a historic fort.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
They're also going to get blood mages involved.
Oh,
Oh, simply put, warding beyond all recognition to where nothing of the undead nature can ever set foot into my home.
I'm okay with this.
The only person allowed in would be Augustus himself.
That's good. I'm very down
And
for this.
Father is very strong.
I know he is. I bet.
Everyone keeps trying to make me falter, like change my loyalties to the man who raised and protects and shelters me. I am the last Giovanni in this city now.
Oh,
They took my family.
they did. It seems. I'm sorry to
And
hear
tried
that.
to steal me.
But you have me. I'm still here.
Yeah. You need to tell me more about Eden because it's got to live up to the hype. I mean, clearly, with the amount we talk about, it's come on.
Um, talk about what I didn't hear what you said.
Like Eden, like come on, it has to
Oh
live.
yes. Oh my gosh, it's so. Listen, I can't even describe how beautiful it is.
Well, you can.
It's like everything is so vibrant. It's like there are pieces of the world now that used to be there that aren't.
Hmm.
And they make the world so much more beautiful.
Hmm.
And I can't even describe it. It's like uh, what is going on now does not even compare to the beauty of Eden. Like you can't. It's like comparing a beautiful apple that was just picked from a tree to a rotten one that's just decaying slowly.
Hmm.
Um,
I'll make sure to move all the books and things. Obviously.
I know. Hey Ambrose, he's gonna serve you the plate that he fixed for you and sit next to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna rest
Mm-hmm.
his head on your shoulder. I'm I'm sorry.
Okay. You protected me.
I did what I could.
That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And Father will. He's been under attack the entire time. He's
Yeah.
been trying to get to me.
I hope maybe we're gonna be done with most of the vampire stuff now.
No.
I hope. No, I know it's not the end, but
No.
I can hope.
Father is sending his blood in a retainer.
Mm.
It is clear that I am in extreme danger at all times. There's nothing that will actually stop. Even if I wanted to not become one, someone's going to turn me just to spite him.
I
Because
don't.
they can't fight him themselves. They would rather take me from him. And that's the way it is.
Patrick
So
just nods.
I
He's
don't.
scared. You can tell he's scared, but he is trying to comfort you.
I will be honest. I'm terrified.
I know.
And I don't want to hurt you.
Well,
And I
you
will
haven't
never.
hurt me yet.
Just life has.
I know.
I don't want to change you.
I know you don't. I don't want you to change either. Besides, this is all so messy, you know?
Yeah. To be perfectly honest, concerning the way I was raised, I likely will remain the same in
I know,
personality. So
but
that's at least a consolation, I guess.
I know, but wait, can vampires fuck even? That's a good
Uh,
question.
apparently, yes.
Oh,
Hunter. See Hunter.
ah,
The
right. I
entire
didn't
time
think
we were
about it.
together, he was a vampire,
Oh shit.
which leads to some insane consent issues considering he could make me feel however I felt he wanted me to.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
not great.
Yeah, and that's also like the first person I was ever in a relationship
Yeah,
with.
that's not
So
good.
no.
Okay.
So yes, they can definitely do that.
Good to know.
Very for very forward questioning, by the way, Patrick. Very
Wait,
forward.
I'm sorry. No, no, no.
Eat spaghetti.
He is blushing wildly and is super embarrassed.
It's alright. It's okay to be curious. I like you, Patrick, and I will be honest about that.
Well, I like you too.
I liked you enough to disobey my father,
I
which that doesn't seem like a big deal.
No, it's a big deal for you. Th- Thank you.
That that man says jump, and it's not that I ask how high. I keep jumping.
Until he says stop.
Hmm.
I know. It's yeah. Hey, Ambrose.
Yeah.
You want to go see a movie tomorrow during the day? I don't want to leave the bunker now, but well, I don't know if we should stay here either. Fuck. We'll figure
You
it
wanna
out.
go?
Do you want to go to? Can we go to
Let's go
my
to a movie.
place? Yeah, a movie, and maybe go to my place for the evening.
Yeah, I don't want to, frankly, sleep where I nearly got turned to a vampire.
No, that's totally fair. I'll let Sampson know we're coming and that he's not saying no.
Yeah, I don't think I have the energy to deal with Samsoning. I really
I
don't.
know, but quite frankly, that's the only place I know that would be maybe relatively safe that hasn't been attacked.
Which is hilarious, all things considered.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to my place, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that's where we'll
Oh,
leave it. Them going to a movie, and
mm-hmm.
so yeah, y'all.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Thank you all so much for coming out. We're gonna raid out. Let's see who's available to be raided out to. Um, I'm seeing if anyone who's playing. Yeah, I think we're gonna go raid out to one of my friends. No one is doing any TTRPG stuff, so we're gonna just go out to one of my friends who's currently live. Linkbrary. For those of y'all who don't know, the raid message is
Like, there's a raid message? That's how that works?
no. You have to manually type it in,
Not
but
really, like, that's a thing people do?
yeah.
Hmm.
But thank you so much for coming out. It was wonderful. And bye, monsters.